Delicious content creation. We're back at you. Life is delicious. Enjoy. Delicious content creation. Let's make something to eat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen out there, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's go ahead and make something simple today. The sun is out in the Pacific Northwest, so what we want to do is have something fresh and delicious that we can have. It's going to be delicious for, well, maybe not everybody. Some people don't like a little spice, some people don't like a little lemon, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to make some Curietos. They're delicious. This is what it's called. Curietos, really wild looking. They're pickled pork skins, but they're really not as pickled as you may think. They're a little bit delicious, spicy by themselves, not really too spicy. If you like chili, they're like just vinegary. But we're using those. That's the main ingredients. We're going to have a little bit of tomatillo in that sucker. Huh? Alright then. And we will also be having a little bit of onion in it. A little bit of cabbage. There's a little bit of cabbage in there. Okay. And because of me liking it spicy and most Mexicans who you're going to make this for, we are going to add a little bit of serrano. Here we go. Boop. Serrano. So we got the Curietos. These are, let's take a look at them. They're really weird looking, but they're delicious. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next part where we slice it up. Let's do it. Delicious. Now, one of the things you're definitely gonna want to have is chips for the dip. This is a dip chipper, so make sure you got some chips with it. Now, we don't want to get too crazy on the vegetables with this delicious content creation. Make sure you enjoy life. Look at that. Look at that. That's the new cutting board made of glass. That is a devastator. We're just going to go ahead and take a little bit of onion like this. Nice and thin. See how that was? So we're going to go ahead and put that onion away. And then we're going to slice up the onion like we always do. You remember? We let nature take its course. This has already got a chop in it. So let's just go ahead and cut her up the way it's supposed to be cut up. We always just do the chopping. We want it fine. For this one, we want it to be just a little bit more choppied. It does matter that they're a little smaller because you're going to be scooping this out by the chips. Okay. So then we got a bowl right here. I'm going to throw that in the bowl. And what's going to happen is this is just going to be part of the whole delicious mix of everything that's going in it. Now, if you have yourself some cabbage, what you want to do to be able to shred it really well is to take an edge, okay? And you just want to just get, see how you can just go down it like you're trying to shave, like you're an old guy trying to shave your face. And you just shave it. Look at how nice and fine that is. It's okay if it's got a little chunk in it, but if you want in this recipe for it to be nice and coleslawy, okay, you don't really need a lot, but you can put what you want. You can put as much as you want. It's always good to have the amount of it that you want to have in there, make it delicious. This is, once again, the base model. So there's the cabbage. We're going to throw that in the bowl. Just like that. Because when we put the lemon juice in, what's going to happen? That's right, I didn't say that earlier, but it's going to need a little bit of lemon juice at the end. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So let's go ahead and chop up this serrano. Little pieces. Nice and bite-sizey. This is the brand new cutting board. It doesn't look like it's doing as good as the last one, but it's the same cutting board. It's just got a nice design on it that made me go ahead and get it. So we're chopping up this. This is once again a spicy recipe. We want to have that chili in there. Alright, look at that, huh? Look at that. All nourishing, healthy ingredients. There's no way around it. Okay, let's go ahead and chop up tomato. Now what you want to do with the tomato, let's go ahead and do this. We'll just go ahead and give it some lines. See, this is one of the tricks of the trade you might want to watch. Gonna go ahead and slice it this way. Then I'm gonna go the opposite direction. And what's gonna happen is, as I slice down this doggy, it's gonna turn into little chunks like I want it to for this recipe. So there we go. That's all we need right there. Let's go ahead and take the tip of that and just chop it into a lot of little pieces. Alright, see how that's all coming together now. See, now Roma tomatoes have a nice little chunkiness and not so much seeds, but they're very good for salsas, dips, they're good for soups. There's a whole bunch of stuff, especially salads. If you're going to chop it up, there's some of that. If you're going to chop it up for the salad, that'd be great and awesome. So what I'm going to do is, because I like mine spicy, I'm going to go ahead and do this other serrano in there. You might not want to do that because it's going to be very spicy for you, but for me, just barely spicy enough. So I'm going to chop this serrano in there because I like spicy concentration. All right, there we go. It doesn't look like this serrano wants to cooperate, but I want little pieces, so we're going to keep on chopping a little more at it. Let's go ahead and dump her in there. Okie dokie. Delicious. Life is delicious. So basically what we have here is a salsa, if you would think of it to be that way. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and throw in these Curietos. These Curietos are just basically pig skins that have been boiled up and brined up. And we want a lot of those because that's what we're shooting for. We want the Curietos. Now the brine, it's got a little bit of spice in there. See the little chili in there? You can see some of that red flake. That doesn't really play into it. Doesn't make it spicy as we'd like. I always like to get the chili, and look, it comes with a little jalapeno in there. That looks great like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can add actual lemons if you get a couple. Squeeze it in there. Make sure you get it all in there. Make sure you watch out for the seeds. You can also use lime if you want to use a bunch of them, because you don't get as much juice out of limes as you do lemon. But if you just get the 100% concentrate lemon juice, then you shake it up really good so all that good stuff at the bottom goes into the lemon. What you can get away with is using this concentrate instead of having to cut up a bunch of lemons and siphon out all the seeds. So I've come up with a way to where I could defeat the if you open this up, refrigerate afterwards type of stuff. The way to do that is to just don't break the seal. See that? It's still sealed. I'm squeezing it like it's a lemon. Okay? And we add a little bit of juice in there. So you can see, I would say we have 1 lemon worth of juice. Just this 1 lemon worth of juice in there. Okay, we're coming back. We're close up. We're doing this focused so you can see what's going on. Now the other thing you want to do to just top this off, because you got to do this, you can put a little or a lot, but you want to put some, it doesn't matter, Tapatio or Valentina, this red sauce that they make, you want to squirt a whole bunch of that in there. So let's get that in there. And what's going to do, it's going to give it a red seasoning sauce. This is going to be delicious when you go to start stabbing those chips in there. You want to make sure we got enough just to curve the lemon and to put all the rest of the seasonings together. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit. Delicious content creation. This is insane, but you better be ready for the spice. You better be ready for the zing, the vinegarization of it. But mostly the lemon takes away all of that, and it just gives it a real ceviche type of a taste to it. So, now at this point, what we want to do is throw a little bit of salt and pepper in there. We're going to throw that in right now. Delicious! Delicious content creation. We're back now. I love to just measure it by sight. This, I would say, would be about a spoon, maybe a half a spoon of salt. That's going to kick off the lemon and the spiciness of it. Now what we want to do is just give it a couple of shakes of the pepper. See, just on top like that's plenty. And maybe, you don't need it, just a flake of the garlic powder. What's going to happen is it's all going to blend in with that lemon juice. We're going to mix this up a little bit right now. And get this to start blending together, all the flavors, all of that in there. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and maybe add a little more tomato and cabbage here. And we'll be back in a second. Delicious content creation. We are back. We have had this chilling for about 15 to 20 minutes in the refrigerator, so it's nice and cold, but you don't have to do that. You want to get yourself a chip. You might need some assistance to scoop it on there, but if you scoop a little bit of that stuff right there like that, all right, you see that? And then you stick that in your mouth. Here I go, watch out. Okay, that's it. There's a wrap. Just saw some chips. You can dip it in like a soldier. And that's it. But there's a warning. That lemon is acidic. Excuse me. It's acidic to your teeth. The chips are like 120 grit sandpaper to your teeth as well. So you don't want to eat this every day. Your teeth will be grinded down at the end of the month. So maybe once a week out of the month, you can make it for a treat. If you're going to barbecue, you can have it at a barbecue. Because, a potluck. Let people try some new stuff. There's no Mexicans out there that will not eat this. This is delicious. They love it. I love it. Life is delicious. Delicious content creation. This is a quick one. Thank you for watching again. And we're going to have some new recipes coming up. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Delicious.